module. Yeah? And then choose next. Okay, here, put the name as basic operation EJB module. Okay, I have it maybe. So just name it 2. Yeah? And then choose next. And then just leave it as it is. Choose finish. Right, so the project have been created. So this is EJB module. Yeah, right. So um, next is you need to create application class library project for EJB remote interface. So remember yesterday we have learned about EJB need to be remote because it's going to be distributed. Yeah, so whenever that we create an EJB application, so it will require a remote interface. So you need to create the remote interface. So what you need to do, create a project under Java category, Java application, name it as basic operation EJB client. Yeah, right. So let's do that. File, new project, choose Java application, choose next, and then leave it as it is. Right. So choose on, finish. Okay, check this one, right? It should be check. Mm-hmm. Yep, and choose on, finish. There you go. You have this one already, and you have one main method. So this is in the basic operation EJB client. So you have two project now. Okay, the first one is the EJB project. Second one is the EJB client application project, yeah, a normal one. Right. So far so good. Boleh kelas? Boleh ya? My voice loud and clear? Ke tak dengar? Okay. Right. So now we're going to create session bin. Yeah. So the create session bin, to create that session bin, you need to be in the uh, EJB module. Okay, and then choose other. Yeah. Then select session bin. All right. So let's do that. So this is your EJB new. Choose other. Then go to press the bin, session bin, this one, enterprise Java bins. Yeah, choose enterprise Java bin, session bin. Choose on next. Okay, so we need to provide the package name. Right, the package name will be com.ejb. Com.ejb. Then you need to select stateless and remote. Okay, so name it as operation session bin. Package will be com.ejb, and session type is stateless, and create the interface remote in project basic operation EJB client. So it will check whether your Java application name basic operation EJB client project have been created or not. Okay, so let's do that. So remote stateless com dot EJB. Okay, so the session bin name is operation session bin. Operation session bin. Right. Choose on finish. So you have your session bin already created. Yeah. So this is the session bin. So if you notice, it will import javax.ejb.stateless. Yeah, we're going to create a stateless session bin. So in this operation session bin, where it implements operation session bin remote. Yeah, so it will basically operated after it implements this operation session bin remote. So this is basically an interface. So now we will going to insert some code over here. So what we're going to do, we use some wizard to do that. Yeah. So just right click on the editor just now and then choose insert code and add the business method. Okay, let's do that. Right click here, insert code, add a business method. So here, let's say I put add, okay, and then I want to use parameter x. Then I choose float, add again, y, then choose float. Okay, and then leave it remote. Return type is void. Um, Return type will be float. Change it to float. Yeah. Okay. So automatically it will add this one. So let's do that for subtract, multiply, and also divide. Yeah. So add business method. Subtract again, float again. Oops. X here, float, Y, and this is float, right? Okay, insert for add subtract, multiply, float, X, Y, remote. Okay, another one. Mm, divide, float, X, Y. All right. So this is the business method. Yeah, the one that you need to insert. Okay, so maybe you can put it here, right? And then, oh yeah, the implementation. So you need to figure out the implementation. So basically, um, we need to modify the code, yeah, because you're going to return not the default value, the one that have been added by the wizard. So we need to change it to become like this. So let's do that. So basically, x plus y for addition. So this one will be x minus y. This one will be x multiplied by y. And this one will be modulus. Kita guna modulus ya. Boleh class? Any questions so far? Okay, so far so good?
Doktor,
Hmm.
yang business tu, estimated tu just right
Hmm.
click je kan?
Right click, tapi make sure you are in the
Tak ada.
operation. You are in the operation session bin. Kena ada dalam kelas ni.
Oh, okay.
Kena right click kat situ. Ya? Yeah?
Okay, ada.
Okay. Alright, so task 4 is complete. Yeah, so you already add the business method. Now let's deploy the EJB module. Okay, so this is going to start your application server, your container, yeah, which is your GlassV server, the container, right? Um, yep. So all the EJBs will need a EJB container. The EJB container is reside under our application server, yeah, which is the GlassV server. But if you use other kind of server like JBoss or what else, Apache Tomcat, yeah, so they are actually other application server that you can use. But in NetBeans, we have already choose to use GlassV server. Yeah. I think JBoss is with other other editor. It's not NetBeans. Maybe Eclipse. All right. So that is exercise number one. Okay, so you have already created a session bean. Yes, take the station bean. Next is create a new web application to test the EJB. So remember yesterday I have shown an example. In order for you to create an EJB application, you need to have the first EJB module, the one that have the business logic, and that it need to be deployed in the server itself. So we have already deployed it just now. And then to test it out, you need to have one web application to test the EJB. So let's create web application to test the EJB. So new project, choose Java web application. So name it as basic operations client or basic operation web client. Yeah. Okay, just leave it as it is. Choose on, finish. So in this web project, the basic operation web client, you need to create a form and also results. So let's do that. So you need to create this form. Yeah? Write the following code. All right, JSP. We do the form and syntax. Finish. Okay, you have your JSP ready. So let's create calculator EJB. So this is the form. So it have enter first value, enter second value, and then the choice will be in radio button. So the radio button will be group in group one. So you have add, sub, multi, and division. Multiply and division and submit. Okay, let's try use the palette here. So calculator EJB form results. So SB post. Okay, so under here, oh, okay. So very simple one. So I just want to use the P, okay, for a new paragraph. So enter first value, and then you do a break. Mhm. Directly you put the input type text. So the name will be first, or num1 and num2. Okay. So here's for the first value, and then you put a break at the end. Okay, let's copy this to for the second number. Second value will be num2 next to the division, right? Sorry, the business logic. So business logic will be in selection format. Okay, so select your choice, break, and just put an input. B input type text radio button, right? So this one. So the group will be group one. The value will be add, right? and then you call add. Yep. Mm, do we need to put a break? Yes. So the value is add. Input type radio group 1. Value is add addition break. Okay. So for the rest, add will be and then subtract diff. Sorry, multiply, right? Multiply and diff. So this one will be subtract, subtract, multiplication and division. Okay, boleh? And then kena ada submit button. Submit button, right? Submit. Kalau nak buat reset pun boleh. Just use the palette, drag the button, and make sure you choose reset. Yeah, or cancel. Kan? Mm-hmm. Right. Diff multi sub add. Okay. So because nanti dalam tu JSP another one kita akan retrieve the value for the choices select for group 1. Okay. So this is in another paragraph. Yeah. Post P. Okay. Let's look at our form. Something missing here. Hmm. Oh, submit and reset. It should be in one row, right? So no need to have a break. So it's funny. Okay. Um, this is the form. Yeah. So you add the first value, second value, and the choices. Yeah. Selection, submit, and reset. Okay. Next, you need to do the result.jsp. This is quite long. I think you can do this. Yeah. So let's create only the part I want to show you. Yeah. Create the file and do the rest. Yeah. You need to follow and do the rest. Okay. Let's create the result.jsp. Right. So this is your result.jsp. The important thing that you need to do in order for you to run this this web project to test the library, to test the EJB, you need to add the project as a libraries. If you didn't add this one, so your project will have some error. Oh, okay, so you need to add basic operation, add project, and then add another one, which is the EJB client. So this is very important, yeah, in order for you to build and also to deploy it later on to test it out. Okay, after you put it in, you need to type all the code. Yeah, write the following code. So basically, you need to have this page import com.ejb Java name. Okay, here you need to create the session bin remote object, which is OPS ops. Yeah? Initialize it to null, and then you need to create one local variable result. So this is a local variable, okay, result, they're going to be used later on to print out the result in the this page. So this is an init method, public void JSP init method. So in this init method, the first line here, number 9 here, try in the try catch. What basically it does is you're creating an object of initial context. So this is an object of initial contact, IC. Okay, by using the variable operation session bin remote just now, ops, you are you are actually casting the IC to look up for the operation session bin remote, which is this one is from your com.ejb module. So it will get the class name, of this operation session bin remote. Okay, so if the init method is success, so it will print out loaded calculator bin. Loaded calculator bin will be print out in your log. Your log, this one. Dia akan print out lah loaded calculator bin. So it will not print out on the GSP. Because this is on the try catch. Try catch ni dia akan buat in system dot out the print line kan. So dia akan print out dekat log. Okay, if you have an error, so it will print out an error at the log. So this is to initialize your GSP to check whether the ops variable can be used and can get access to the EJB module, which reside under your EJB session bin here, basic operation EJB module. Boleh kelas? This is the use of init method. So for destroy, basically destroy will be called when you close the browser. So the ops will be initialized to null. So this is init and destroy in the first few lines of the result.jsp. Right, next, following it, you have the retrieval part, whereby previously you have a form, right? So the form asks you to give an input for num1, num2, and also group 1, which is whether you choose add, subtract, or multiply, or division. Okay, so this one, it will print out S3. So this is going to be print out in the log, in the log file to check whether successfully or not being get lah the group one tu kan, whether it's add, sub, multi, or diff. So it will check the value if S1 not equal to null and S2 not equal to null. So it will assign the value to num1 and num2 with the float. Because initially in our which one is that? This one. Yep, we are using the float over here. So we're going to use float in the JSP as well. So here is the float. Okay, num1 new float. So we are assigning the string here. We are changing the value type, the data type from the string to become a float for num1 and num2. So here, if you found if the S3 equals to add, so what it will do, it will assign ops and object, and it will get add here. Add num1 dot float value, num2 dot float value. So basically, it will assign the result for this method. So this is calling a method, passing two parameter. We are passing num1 dot float value, num2 dot float value. Okay, so add, subtract, and multiply and divide will be called in the this method. Multiply, divide, subtract, and add. Okay, boleh kelas nampak tak the link between this and also the this one. So they can call this method inside the session bin, stateless session bin. So this is the relation between the GSP to the session bin. So it will print out the result. Okay, and then this is the catch part because this is in the try catch. Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay, so I want you to continue. Okay, do this, right? Get it done. So this is to show you basically after you have done that, you can run, yeah, try run the project. So the form will be so you need to input from the form, yeah, so this form. So run the form and then submit and make sure you get the result. So the result will be printed up, yeah, after you finish the line of codes, yeah, for that results. So it will print out results with the ni lah, the numbers that you have input lah from here. Yeah, so they can print the results. Any questions, class? Tak ada. Okay, so I think that's all. So you need to continue the lab, yeah, and do it, yeah. Right, get it done. Okay, you can ask me questions, yeah, if you have any query about the lab exercise lah, basically. So please don't uh, miss out ataupun yang ni kan, yang bahagian ni, ya, pastikan you buat sebab dia akan use in the interface of remote. So basically what it does dekat here, basic operation client here, yeah. So basically basic operation session being client, so dia akan create the remote operation, yeah, in here. Yeah, so dia akan rely on this as well. So please follow the steps in sequence. Yeah. Okay. Boleh ya semua orang? Nabila okay? Hafiz, Adib?
Okay, doktor.
Okay. Syada okay?
Okay, doktor.
Alright. Syamimi okay?
Okay,
Good.
doktor.
Okay. Okay, I think that's all. Um, so dah tengok dah kan marks untuk assignment 1. So please submit the rest of the assignment later on, yeah, for assignment 2. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you, class.
Thank you, doktor. Thank you, doktor.
Thank you,
Right.
doktor.